Why is it so difficult fighting somebody of an opposite stance? I think it's to do with the grips, always trying to catch the sleeve. And of course, that's because of the body positioning. You've got that W effect with the legs and that hip that we've got to try and blast past, or we've got to try and bypass it in order to throw. With this particular match that we're just about to see, two great world and Olympic champions fighting each other, Suzuki versus Inoue, and it's a great match because they're both looking for the same thing. They're both looking for the Uchi Mata, both looking for the way in, and of course, Suzuki being a left-hander, bit better prepared in some ways because lefties have to cope with the outside world, don't they? Which is predominantly more right-handed. Only 10% of the population are lefties, and that means he's got more partners, more right-handers to fight in training, and it means that in competition he fights more right-handers as well. But Inoue in this case really copes well. They're both looking for that way in. They've got a different way in to get to the Uchi Mata, and it's a really cat and mouse game. Have a look at this because I think you're really going to enjoy it, and look how Inoue comes out on top in the end. The theme here is left against right, right against left, and so two big, huge Uchi Mata people, Suzuki, who is world and Olympic champion. Here they are fighting, and I'm saying here they are, fighting in the All Japan Championships 2003. Suzuki here fighting the great Kosei Inoue, of course, who's also world Olympic champion. Now, they've met many times before. They have the same tachiwaza techniques. They have fantastic uchimatas. They have great ashiwaza, different kinds of ashiwaza. But here they are with their own problems. Now, left against right, I would say that lefties have a distinct advantage against right-handers. They seem to be better at coping with right-handers than the other way around. Certainly that was how it was for me. Difficult. I always found lefties difficult. The reason is 10% of the population are lefties. It's a right-handed world. It means they get to practice against a lot more right-handers in practice, and of course they compete against a lot more right-handers as well. So straight away, let's just have a little look here. Okay, let's just play it back, and we'll just have a look at the stance here. Here's the stance. So we have almost here, and we can see it, can't we, from this situation here, and then just move it across to here, and it's a W effect with the legs. And Kosei Inoue, he has the right hand on here, and Suzuki has the left hand on the lapel here. Okay, that means that they're both searching for the sleeve, but they're both looking for the way in here, and we know that Kosei Inoue wants to go right the way between the legs here for the Uchi Mata, and of course Suzuki wants to go right the way in between the legs here for his Uchi Mata. So they're both looking for the same way in. They've got to be careful of the Sakeishi. Let's just have a little look how Inoue goes in. It's what I call the touchpad Uchi Mata here. He just leads with this right leg here. This arm here is already starting the action here. Of course, Suzuki knows it. And what he does, he drives downwards there with the left hand to Inoue's head and just kills it absolutely dead. Let's go back to normal speed. So this is what they're both looking for. Remember that they're both looking for the way in, and how they feed that and how they service it is quite different. So let's just have a look at this situation here now, because Inoue is on to the sleeve here. Also, Suzuki is just about to go onto the sleeve, but look at the legs here. And we just have a look at how the legs are. There's the W effect with the legs here. And normally, quite difficult to catch this sleeve. That's what they're searching for before they attack. So, see them searching, both of them, for the sleeve. And this time, and let's just go back here, in order to get an attack in, we can see that Suzuki goes onto the lapel. So he catches the lapel, doesn't go for the sleeve. As soon as he catches the lapel there, he pulls Inoue down and has a slightly different way in because he just feeds that leg in there, doesn't he? And this support leg here is way out. But what he does is he rotates for the Uchi Mata and often scores. Of course, these two are both Olympic champions, both world champions in the minus 100 kilos category. They both like fighting heavyweights as well. So this is two light heavyweights fighting in the All Japan Championships. Any weight category, remember. Doesn't make any difference to these. So Kosei Inoue searching all the time for the inside grip, and he's got the sleeve now. Let's just stop that here. All right, so he's got that sleeve, and this lapel hand here, sometimes it comes onto the outside here, but this time it's on the inside, and he's quite comfortable with that, and just looking for an opportunity here with the Ouchi. We're going to see, I think, Suzuki just popping one in a second. No, Inoue goes in first. So this extreme left against right situation is something that both of them are having to cope with. And I can only think that Inoue will be trying to practice against as many left-handers as he possibly can. Remember that Suzuki, much more likely that he's fighting a lot more right-handers in practice because of the imbalance. There is an imbalance, and they're both getting Shido for not attacking, so they're going to have to attack a little bit more. Don't look at the red area. Forget about the rules of the day. Just look at the absolute right against left situation, because this is two greats there. Nice little Ouchi there to open up a way in. So as soon as he has the inside grip here, Inoue, and he is not necessarily looking for the sleeve. I mean, he'll be searching for the sleeve, can't get it, but decides to do the Ouchi. This is where they differ with their Ashiwaza. There's the driving Ouchi there, and it's quite a safe bet, isn't it? Because he can't be countered. Well, he can be with an Ashiwaza, and actually it happens a year later when they fight again in the All Japan Championships. Look at that grip there from Inoue. Inoue has the grip, and his head is already starting to turn, ready for an attack. So all the time, he's trying to dominate the sleeve and the lapel. And you've got to bear in mind that that's exactly what Suzuki's doing as well. This time, Suzuki, arm over the top, and leg feeds in. This time the leg goes right the way on the inside, and the support foot this time is more central. So a slightly different entry this time for Suzuki, but he can't catch the sleeve, and he keeps going off the lapel, and that's why he can't get enough control of the match. Goes in again, just to put an attacking, I think, but all the time looking for the big Uchi Mata. Both of them, and it's interesting this, because both of them absolutely searching for the big one. They're not looking for small scores here. They're looking for big scores. Head under control here again. Let's go off the arrow here. So Suzuki goes over the top onto the head, has the sleeve. And I think at this stage now of the contest, they're both starting to get just that little bit tired. This is where Suzuki likes it. And now Inoue just snatches this hand away because he can absolutely feel the danger. And that there was a close one. Suzuki had the sleeve. Onto the high lapel again here. and he has the other hand here around the neck. So Suzuki piling in the attacks here. Kosei Inoue just falling behind on attacks. He can't catch the sleeve, and you can see that this is a situation that happens all the time where the fingers interlock, and if you're not careful you can get warned and penalized for that. Both searching for that grip, and again, what a fantastic attack there, off the grip straight away. The hand comes underneath there, catches the lapel, and you can see here that he has the lapel grip, and as soon as he has it there, the Uchi Mata pops in. And this time, Inoue follows up with a Seoinage, and he almost gets countered backwards. These two absolutely throwing bombs at each other, trying to throw each other in front of this huge crowd at the Budokan Hall. And of course, the whole of the judo fraternity, no matter what rules we're looking at here, just appreciating the pure judo of these two absolute geniuses. So the kumakata and the gripping strategies are the same. Dominate the lapel, inside or out, and then try and get that left hand or the right hand, depending on. So another good exchange there from Suzuki. And Suzuki at this stage, remember this is the 2003 All Japan Championships, and Suzuki at this stage believes that he is probably just ahead. Both of them, taken into consideration the rules of the day, know that they can't afford to get another penalty, because if they get a penalty on the board, it could cost them the match. So Suzuki, again, looking proactive there, going forward. He's the one taking the fight to Inoue. And Inoue now, and he catches him with the most amazing Uchi Mata. And we're going to just play it back, all right? Let's just have a look at the Uchi Mata again. And it was just so good the way that he feeds the leg through. Absolutely feeds that leg through. And you can see here that it was definitely Suzuki who was going forwards onto Inoue. Inoue takes advantage. And you can see that the back foot here is just about to exchange with that front leg. So he just exchanges it here. Up he goes, Suzuki. And he just rotates onto his back. He turns very quickly onto his front to try and avoid the ippon, but he lands absolutely onto his back. Kosei Inoue throws Suzuki for ippon, and he can't believe it, Suzuki. Absolutely can't believe it. It was an amazing technique. We'll have a look at it in slow motion in a second. Very appreciative crowd for an amazing pair of judoka. And remember that 1 year later, Suzuki actually returns the favour, and he actually beats Kosei Inoue, and Inoue gets penalised. Here it is in slow motion, and we'll just play it back just that little bit more, because from here we can see now the whole build-up as Inoue just starts to offload. This arm here right the way over the top of the head. Here's the touchpad front leg, starts to go in. Then this one here is going to follow it. He just gets the support leg as central as he possibly can here in order to get lift. Up he goes, and he's going up that way, and you can see that the leg here from Kosei Inoue is going right the way up the middle, and also that this arm here is the Suruchi hand here controlling the head all the way up. Over Suzuki goes here, and he lands flat on his back there. What a superb Uchi Mata under absolute pressure. Kosei Inoue at his very best, and Suzuki, well, so disappointed, but he does bounce back, I can tell you, and he has beaten Kosei Inoue on a couple of occasions. On this occasion, though, it was Kosei Inoue who manages the big technique. He found the way in, and I think that is the key here, is finding the way in. Now he has the sleeve. Look at the sleeve here. As soon as he has the sleeve, just pushes away, and this is the important thing, just look how he pushes away here, and then finds the way in. Look at the elbow. This elbow here is going in this direction. Suzuki goes up. The feet leave the ground, and look at the pulling action there on the sleeve. That pulling action on the sleeve there, absolutely working overtime. And the great Suzuki goes flat on his back there for a huge ippon. It was Clash of the Titans, you could say, left against right. On this occasion, I know that Kosei Inoue manages to absolutely do what he had to do. Suzuki, he bounces back, and in the end, a year later, manages to reverse it. Video analysis at your fingertips. Let's work on your favourite technique or tactical play. I can be your personal instructor from anywhere in the world. Get your personalised report. Find the link below.